Hello my friends and welcome back to the channel. I am David with Philippine-American couple, The Adventures of. My beautiful wife Lorelai is somewhere running around the house getting ready for this big trip we got planned. And I want to share this with you. You know, we do a lot of traveling and have a lot of cool videos out there for you guys to watch. And we just love it. This time I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do a pre-video before our trip because we've never been here. We've never experienced Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, a place apart, before. And why I want to do a pre-video is because I was talking to some friends the other day and I was telling them, hey, we're going to Bay St. Louis. And they're like, what? What? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. I'm like, well, I heard of it once, so we're going to go there. So we've been getting ready. I got the fishing gear ready. I got the GoPro ready. I got the other cameras ready. I got our snorkeling gear ready. I don't know if we're going to go snorkeling, but we always take our snorkeling gear just in case. Let's see. What else is going on? Oh, we're going to take the dogs with us this time. So we'll have some cool videos with the girls, the doggies. And we're really excited, you know, to make a funny joke here. We were going to go to Otter Creek, Florida, you know, and enjoy the warmth and hospitality of Otter Creek, Florida, but that's a joke. We decided to go Bay St. Louis. Now, we are going to some friends. What we're doing this time, and because we like to rent Airbnbs, is we booked an Airbnb right on the water. Not on the ocean, but on the canals and rivers, saltwater, brackish water. Because we love to fish so much. And we like to just mellow out and take a chill. Now, I don't think there's a lot to do in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, but fish. You know, when we Google and look on the internet a lot, there doesn't seem to be a lot of anything. So, I know my beautiful wife is a little worried about how bored we're going to be in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. But I also know it has casinos about an hour or so away. We are going to go look around at some investment properties just because we can, and see what property values are like down there. But yeah, we're staying in an Airbnb, and one thing we found out is, like compared to Destin, Florida, or Orange Beach, Alabama, or Gulf, you know, that part of Gulf Shores, Alabama, the Airbnbs are probably 50% cheaper in Bay St. Louis. Now, granted, it's not as touristy, but if you're looking for a mellow place to go vacation, maybe it's definitely cheaper. I don't know if it's going to be any good because we haven't been there. But if any of you guys have ever been in Bay St. Louis, let me know what you think of it. Because right now we're kind of 50-50. We don't know. We're hoping we're going to like it because we get to fish and eat seafood. But, yeah, I don't know. So you guys tell me what you all think. Now, it's only about an 8 or 9 hour drive for us. We are taking our dogs with us. So we rented an Airbnb that's pet friendly. So we're very, very happy about that. Now, I've been studying a little bit about our fishing because, you know, we don't live in Mississippi. We'd be out-of-staters or tourists. So let me tell you a little bit, and let me get this big old honking picture of me out of here so we can talk about important things like fishing. So here's how the fishing licenses work in Mississippi. If you're a resident, you probably already know this, but your residents, you do have a sportsman's license, an all game and hunting fishing license, small game, freshwater fishing. You can get a 3-day temporary one even as a resident. A saltwater or a senior license. That's what all of these are, and here's the fees. But we are non-resident, all 4 of us. So I've been kind of figuring, and one thing that I found interesting is they have an Armed Forces 14-day hunting and fishing license. I think that's really nice of them. We are going to need to get the saltwater fishing license is what we want. They do have a 3-day, but we're going to be there over 3 days. And this one here that I'm highlighting says that is a saltwater fishing license for 30, but it doesn't show how many days it's valid for. So I'm assuming it's more than 3. seeing that this is a 3-day saltwater fishing license for 15. So we're going to be there for about a week, so I hope this covers that whole entire week or longer. I'm not quite for sure, but that's what I'm hoping. Now let me take you down here a little bit. Here's the rules for residents. And here's something that I think is really important to pay attention for residents and non-residents. A saltwater fishing license is required south of Highway 90, right? South of 90, and a freshwater or a saltwater license is valid between 110 and Highway 90. Saltwater licenses are not valid north of Interstate 10. So let me see if I can understand this. You got to have a saltwater license is required south of Highway 90, and I'll show you that on a map. A freshwater or saltwater license is valid between 110 and 90, which is that's where we're going to be. That's our Airbnb is going to be there. Okay. Saltwater license is not valid, which because there's no salt water, I would assume, above that. So let me put you up on a map here. So here on Zillow is Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, and here's Highway 10, remember? So I think what they're saying is it's mandated you have to have a saltwater license here. You have to have a saltwater and freshwater here because I got a feeling a lot of this is brackish water. Then anything above Interstate 10, or Diamond Head and above, is all going to be freshwater, no more brackish water. That's what the rules are. So I'm a tiny bit confused at this point. If we have to have both a freshwater and saltwater license in our area where our Airbnb is. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to still work on this, and I'm still trying to figure this part out. Non-residents, so maybe it says it here. All non-resident anglers, except for minors under 16, are required to obtain a fishing license while fishing in the fresh or marine waters of the state. Okay. And that's kind of where I'm a little bit confused. A saltwater license is required for south of 90, and a freshwater or, see it says or, not and or, a saltwater license is valid between 10. So I think from the way this reads, and if you guys read it any differently, let me know. I think this means that anything below Interstate 10, you can get away with just a saltwater license, even if you catch like a perch, a freshwater perch back here in the canals or whatever, because it's all brackish water, is what I think they mean by that. So that's what we're going to be doing and trying to do that. So of course you have to have a driver's license or state ID from where you're at to be able to go. And you can do these online. You can log online and do this and get your fishing license. And we will do that. I'm going to be doing it in the next couple of days. So that, and I'll be scheduling it to activate when we get there, just in case it has a time limit on it. So that's kind of what we're doing with the fishing part. Now, what we hope to do is our little Airbnb is somewhere in this vicinity here, because we're hoping to catch a bunch of crab, maybe some speckled trout, all of those kind of really cool things that we're going to try to fish for. Now down here, there's a large bridge, so we actually plan on going inshore fishing also. So as part of what we want to do is we're going to book a charter, and we're going to try to find a good one that will take us inshore fishing, where the girls, you know, our wives are Filipinos, so they really love fish and love to go fishing, as we do, that we can find a good inshore fisherman. So if anybody has a recommendation for a fishing guide for inshore, we'd really like to have that shared with us. That would be great, inshore fishing. And then of course, if you see, let me get over here to Bay St. Louis's website. This is their homepage. They got a great looking picture here for their homepage. This obviously is a marina, and this looks like a very long fishing pier and or a bridge. I don't know well enough to know. And they have some beaches, white beaches, so we're hoping to get to visit those things while we're there. So you guys give us some suggestions of what we need. Now, here's, Wikipedia talking a little bit about Bay St. Louis, because I always do my research. It's a city in the county seat of Hancock County, Mississippi, is where we're going. So the first Europeans settled there were French, obviously, by New Orleans. That only makes sense. So it looks like it's heavily influenced by the Creole people, which my mother was French Cajun. So maybe that's where I came from. I don't know. No, I was born in Chicago. So very cool. It looks like here's your 3 counties. Hancock is where we're going. You got Harris and Jackson, the 3 counties that border the Gulf of Mexico and Mississippi. Major highways, we talked a bit about those. Here's your demographics. A lot of white people, apparently 75%. Black or African heritage, 15%. Native America, that's interesting. I would have thought the Native American population would have been higher. Asian, I would have thought that had been higher. But they do have some colleges and school districts there that all look pretty good. So that's what we're doing. Let's see if I can show you guys some pictures. Here's some Google images. I just typed in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi and told it to give me images to see what it looks like in town. I don't know if these will be accurate or not. Here's some guy catching some big old red snapper, which we hope to do. Bay St. Louis, a place apart. Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. This is kind of like the Airbnb that we're renting. Let's see if it pulls up here. Yeah, you see this is what we're renting, not this particular house, but something like this. Up on stilts or whatever you want to call them, columns or pillars in a floodplain down there. And we're literally right on the water. The water's in our backyard at our Airbnb. Kind of like this one over here. Let's pull, now, this one looks a whole lot nicer than the one that we're renting, but this is going to be very similar to the Airbnb that we will be in. It's something just like this. So we hope to be able to sit outside with the dogs and our friends and barbecue and catch some fish right here. So let's see. Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. All right, my friends, one thing I want to tell you is we greatly appreciate everybody subscribing to our channel, supporting us, and being good members of the world. We really thank you, and I continue to ask the favor of you guys to subscribe to our channel and share our videos. So that's my little pre-Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Please leave me a comment or suggestions, and we will take a bunch of videos. We're there. We're going to do some driving videos and some fishing videos and everything we can think of videos while we're there, and try to put some of that on. And my real question is, do you think we will be disappointed in visiting Bay St. Louis, Mississippi? All right, guys, let me know. Hey, we appreciate you. Take care.